The SWOT analysis is credited to Albert Humphrey, who tested the approach in the 1960s and 1970s at the Stanford Research Institute. It is important for a company continuously to see how they manage, both inside the company and in relation to their environment. The SWOT analysis is a tool for a company to look at its current situation. A SWOT analysis is depicted as a square divided into 4 quadrants and has 2 main categories, internal and external. The company's internal environment is the grouping of human, economic and physical elements where you can exert great influence and control. In this environment, it is possible to identify the strengths and the weaknesses that a company has in comparison to its current or potential competitors. External factors may include macroeconomic matters, technological change, legislation and socio-cultural changes, as well as changes in the marketplace or in competitive position. These external factors are divided into threats and opportunities for the company. It is important to understand that the external part consists of external factors that the company cannot itself influence. In each of the 2 main categories, there are 1 positive and 1 negative quadrant, making up the 4 quadrants. When considering the strengths of a company, you think about the things you do well in your organization and that will help to achieve the objectives of the business. You can, for instance, ask, what are the unique skills in our organization? What is our experience? What do we do better than our competitors? When considering the weaknesses of your company, you look at things that hurt your progress in achieving your objective. In what areas do we need to improve? You can consider the following questions. Which resources do we lack? What parts of our business are not very profitable? Do we need further education and/or experience? What do we not do as well as our competitors? When asking these investigative questions, you create the opportunity to change the situation. In opportunities, we have the external conditions that will help your company to achieve your objective. Questions to consider include: are there new trends in society that we can exploit? Have customer preferences turned into profitable growth for us? Can we use new technology to enhance our business? Are there related products and services that provide an opportunity for your business? In threats, we identify the external conditions that could damage your business's performance. Questions to consider: what obstacles do you face? What are the strengths of your biggest competitors? What's going on in the economy? What's going on in your industry? In the following section, we will review an example. We will now apply a SWOT analysis for the company Hummel, which is a Danish company that manufactures sportswear. The first quadrant is strengths. Hummel has been established for a long time in its industry, and it is 100% Danish. They have many different product lines, such as handball and soccer, football, clothes, kidswear and footwear. Loyal customers, who have been customers for several years, are at the core of customers who buy Hummel's clothes over several generations. Through careful selection of team sponsorship, Hummel has been successful by sponsoring the more unconventional clubs or teams where the fans are highly dedicated, like a female soccer club in the Far East, a national soccer team for the Middle East, or an African country. Their strict commitment to their CSR, corporate social responsibility, and their charismatic leadership gives the company a distinctive brand. The second quadrant covers weaknesses. Their strong focus on CSR can easily turn into a weakness if they do not behave according to CSR rules. Hummel have committed some of their design resources to creating new product lines, but too many different product lines may dilute their brand identity. The third quadrant, opportunities. Hummel is strong in the handball market, and handball is becoming a popular sport worldwide. It has become an important discipline in the Olympic Games. Greater awareness of sport, exercise and healthy living offer a significant opportunity for Hummel. The fourth and last quadrant is threats. Football is an expensive sport in relation to sponsorships. Football is the world's most popular sport, and it is frequently featured on TV. However, it is also the most expensive sport to sponsor. To engage in football sponsorship requires a very large cash outlay in order to sponsor the sport's star players. At the same time, competition is tough because both Nike and Adidas have a total focus on the market, which means that Hummel cannot achieve a leading position in this market. These four factors bring together a full SWOT analysis for Hummel at a given point in time. Hummel can use the SWOT model strategically and turn weaknesses into strengths. By being aware of their weaknesses, they can address them and turn them to their advantage. They can review the threats, the external dangers faced by the company, and address them too. By making themselves aware of opportunities, they can also commit resources to exploit these to the company's benefit. How often should companies prepare SWOT analyses? As a kind of situation analysis. A SWOT analysis is a snapshot of the current situation. But businesses are living organisms that move and evolve, and they are part of a society that also changes over time. Therefore, it is important for companies to keep an eye on themselves and their situation. This is why SWOT analysis is an important tool and must be part of an ongoing process. One way of using SWOT is matching and converting. Matching is used to find competitive advantage by matching the strengths to opportunities. Another tactic is to convert weaknesses or threats into strengths or opportunities. An example of a conversion strategy is to find new markets. Let's take a look now at a criticism of the model. It is important to understand that the factors in the SWOT analysis can be identified from other analysis tools. For instance, threats and opportunities can be revealed by a pest analysis and an analysis of competition from Porter's 5 forces model. Without this, SWOT analysis will be too simple and will not be a useful tool. SWOT analysis is just one method of categorization and has its own weaknesses. For example, it may tend to persuade its users to compile lists rather than to think about actual important factors in achieving objectives. It also presents the resulting lists uncritically and without clear prioritization, so that, for example, weak opportunities may appear to balance strong threats. However, the model gives a clear overview of the various elements that affect the company in a positive or negative way, and helps the company to understand whether it can influence these elements.